Hey there, Cancer! Welcome back to my channel. We are going to embark on a narcissistic tarot reading today for you. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe. And if this reading does resonate with you, please be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. Alright, so the first thing we've got today is what's crossing you. And this is the Ace of Swords. Aces are always about new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. So basically this is plans of clarity, workable intellect, mental powers awakened. It could cause some conflict though. It says it's worth it, okay? And it also says fulfillment after the wise decision, problem, or dispute. So even though you might get this grand opportunity, it might cause some issues somewhere along the line. So this is an air sign. This card is associated with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it looks like there's going to be a pretty huge challenge ahead of you. Like if you want to succeed at this, you're going to have to go way up the mountain. Alright, you're going to have to climb the mountain. So for your Narcissist card, we've got the Psychopathy card. So this has to do with things that will cause you to become a psychopath. So the difference between, let's see. So there's a couple different things that is kind of like a wake-up call. Deceitfulness, unemotional, low levels of guilt, limited pro-social emotions, secondary. So a sociopathy is almost the exact same thing as psychopathy, but if you have, you can be born a psychopath. It's more in your genealogy. Whereas sociopathy is something that is learned. Or not learned, but you know, you become a sociopath. You may be born a psychopath. Alright, so antisocial behavior, personality disorders are some of the other things that you might be looking for if you do have any of these effects here. If disturbing scenes don't bother you at all, that can be a sign. Fearlessness, not afraid of pain. If you were a bully, or if you had any kind of conduct disorders, antisocial personality disorder before the age of 18, cold parenting, highly critical, detached emotions. Alright, so if you know anyone like that, they may be suffering with psychopathy or sociopathy, depending on their situation. And for your recent past, we've got the Devil card reversed. Okay, so I do want to just go ahead and throw out a little information there. I am not a doctor, nor am I a therapist. I am not a psychic. I'm just giving information that has helped me in my own life. So, you know, a lot of people that come to sites like this for tarot readings have been through a lot. You don't typically, you know, turn to this type of therapy unless you really don't want to talk to a psychologist. So, so that's why I put these in there. But if you do have someone in your life who is causing you any kind of major challenges, then you definitely want to talk to a professional, okay? So, like I said, this is just for knowledge, just so that you know what you're dealing with, whether it's yourself or somebody else. So, the next card is the Devil card reversed, which is basically a scapegoat. Scapegoat is somebody who sometimes will go down for someone else. What is holding you back? Let me see. Positive change, negative, and a negative person. So if you're feeling like a little bit negative, or you have someone in your life who's really negative and they're looking to change for the positive, that's a great thing. Keep pushing them towards that positive change. And you may have a friend or family member that you're extremely proud of, and for some reason you let things go and you moved on with no reoccurring issues. It says to let go of your ex and get over your ex, or whatever the situation was that was holding you back. All right. And then with that recent past, this is in your past. And then the next card is gaslighting, which is your narcissist card for this reading. In your recent past, you may have had someone gaslighting you. So basically what this is if you go to somebody and you're trying to better the relationship, or even if it's just your kid and you're trying to teach them responsibility by asking them to take the trash out, and then they try to, kind of turn it back around on you and why they didn't take the trash out. Well, if you didn't tell me to do this and this and this and this, then I would have taken the trash out already, So gaslighting is a strategy to get others to conform to their needs. A person trying to convince another that they are losing touch with reality even. So something that can start off as just something totally, someone making excuses for being lazy, can turn into them trying to make you think that you're crazy. All right. So that's the whole idea behind the gaslighting, is make somebody completely dependent upon you. It can make someone think that they're crazy. It can mess with their head so that they don't even want to go in social and deal with social interactions. Or let's see, psychological manipulations, how to overcome it. So subtle manipulations are usually in patterns. So you have to notice these patterns. And it says that you can even keep a journal, and that will help you to, see what's going on in your past. Like, especially if you have to take medication that makes you forgetful. I actually do have to take medication that makes me very forgetful. So if I have someone who has made me question myself several times, I will keep a journal. Or if I have someone who's constantly borrowing money from me, I will keep a journal of it. Because I'll forget. I will completely forget that they've taken advantage of me. And so it's extremely important to watch out for yourself. And also, they may even have like a pathological need to control others. They're very detached, and realize that it's not about you. This, for example, so the wife and the husband from this movie, it's called Gaslight, back in the 30s, I think, or 50s, they had a man and a wife, and I guess the man was trying to get away with something. He was like hiding diamonds in his basement, or I never saw the movie. I have only just kind of read some articles about gaslighting and what it is. So basically the husband's getting away with something, and the wife's starting to figure it out. She's starting to figure out that something's not just so. So she's like, asking all these questions and everything, and he starts to try to make her think that she's going crazy. And what he does is he turns down the gas lights. Well, gas lights are, they're all on one particular line throughout the whole house. So if you're in the kitchen and you turn down the gas lights, all the gas lights in the whole house go down. So he tells her, "Would you stop turning down those lights?" And she's like, "I didn't turn down the lights." And he's like, oh, come on, I didn't do it. And he makes her question her sanity. So before the end of the movie, she's completely thinking that she's lost it. And he's getting away with, you know, hiding diamonds and jewels. And she's just like, am I losing it? So yes, that is basically how it works. And it can be a lot of different little things too that will make you question your sanity. Especially if it's like a child and they're at their parents keep partying it up every night. Maybe they have like really rich parents who party all the time, and the kid starts getting tired of it. They're like, you know, I have to go to school in the morning. Do you think you could wrap it up? Then they'll be like, we didn't party last night, honey. You must have been dreaming that, you know, and that is another form of gaslighting. So it's not always like if something that has to do with something physical being changed that you might think you're going crazy. All right, so let's go on to the immediate future. We've got the 7 of Swords. This one is like you're getting away with something, or someone is. And this is, swords are associated with Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strategically, controlling. You might be dealing with a liar, a snake, or someone who's manipulating you. Or they have secretive intentions. Alright, so your narcissist card says boundaries. You might need to put up some boundaries if you have someone who's taking advantage of you, or possibly someone who might get you in trouble. Alright, and then we have, for your final outcome, we've got the Fool card. And the Fool card is, it's really not a bad card, but it's all about spontaneity. And in a sense, and kind of like reminds you of the teenager who gets into trouble by accident, or, you know, basically it's the picture of this guy, and he's walking along, and he's close to the edge, and he's about to fall off the cliff, and there's a little puppy who's nipping at his heels the whole time. So you can imagine that if the dog bit his heel right then and there, then he might fall headfirst down the ravine into the water. So the Fool is all about, you know, spontaneity, and it's really about just letting go of everything and having a good time. But it could cost you your life if you're not careful. Even though this seems very, you know, there's like a butterfly flying out over the cliff right in front of him, so you know, he might try to follow the butterfly, because he's not even paying attention to the cliff. He's playing his flute. Alright? So, your narcissist card that goes with that is cognitive dissonance. So this says, I'm not really familiar with this. Cognitive dissonance is causes of confirmation biased, where information presented to them that they disagree with is reason not to believe these same things. So people who have been bullied often experience this to eliminate doubt. So I really don't know a very good example of cognitive dissonance. Basically it's just where you have no really good excuse not to take someone's advice, so you say, oh, well, I'm not going to believe you because exactly what you just said is a lie, or something of that nature. Alright, so for everyone who gets the Fool card, I pull 4 cards from the amendments deck. Alright, so the first card under what's crossing you is freedom to remain silent in a police interrogation. Check. Alright, for your recent past, it says the right to a jury, trial by jury. Once a jury has been seen, they cannot be seen again. For no reason. Okay. And then for your immediate future, we've got the Electoral College. Alright, that one's a little in the past, okay? And then for your final outcome, we've got allowing all races equality to vote. Alright, so I don't know if that resonates with you, but nowadays, if anybody gets the full card, then they have to listen to a couple of these cards. Sometimes they work a little better than that. Alright, so let's pull just a couple manifestation cards. So for your first one, we got Trouble in Paradise, and that's right underneath your Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And then we've got underneath your recent past, a Twin Flame. So a Twin Flame is someone who is, you know, like your opposite. And even though opposites kind of get on each other's nerves, somehow they still are, they fit together like a little puzzle piece. But anywho, your immediate future, we've got the Agape Love card. And in your final outcome, we've got Moon Manifesting. So the old phase is out, and the new phase is coming in. So go ahead and prep for Moon Manifesting if you believe in that. Darn, I just dropped every card. Let's see which one landed on the floor. I thought it was every card, but... Alright, it says write your affirmations down. So if there's something that you really want to manifest, write it down. Remember whenever the teachers used to make you write the same thing over and over and over and over and over? Well, they do that because it brainwashes you. So if you want to brainwash yourself, you can also do that. And it works. Typically. The best thing to do is when you're going to sleep at night, think about those things that you're, you know, really wanting to accomplish, and it will literally brainwash you. During your theta and delta waves, which was when you first fall asleep, that is the best time to think about what it is that you want to accomplish. Alrighty then, so you all have a wonderful night and a wonderful 2021, and y'all come back now, you hear?